Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett at Parnassus Book, and guess who's getting bigger? I would think that would be Barnabas. Guess who's getting bored? I would think that would be Sparky. Okay, check in next week. So there are a lot of great things about being a bookseller, but sometimes you just miss something. Like, I live in this house of books, and I can completely and totally miss things. So last week I was doing some Zoom event with a couple of writers who owned bookstores, and we were each asked to recommend one book that we had really loved selling in the store. And Alex George held up Ross Gay's Book of Delights, and he was talking about how amazing it was and how they had sold so many copies of it and everybody loved it, and I had never heard of it. And so I went and got myself a copy, and I started reading it, and this book has brought me more joy than anything I can remember reading in such a long time. And I'm actually limiting myself to 10 pages a night. He writes down something that delighted him every day. And for those of you who don't know, Ross Gay is a wildly talented, award-winning poet, and the catalog of Unabashed Gratitude is amazing. So this is the book that I think everybody should get for Mother's Day, but I also think it's the book that you should get for yourself because it could really realign your whole relationship with the world. I also want to say there are two books coming out today that I'm really excited about. One is Joan Silber's Secret of Happiness, and Elise is going to tell you more about that. She is just one of my favorite writers. That comes out today. It is our May first editions pick, but very bizarrely, the book that is our June first editions pick, which is called Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead, also came out today. Now, the reason that happened is because when we picked the June book, Maggie Shipstead was getting published at the dogs are wrestling and knocking into the camera. Maggie Shipstead was going to be published at the end of May. The book got moved. So just, if you're in the First Editions Club, and seriously by now, aren't you? I would think so, because I'm going to write your mother a Mother's Day card if you get her a new subscription for the First Editions Club. Anyway, don't run out and buy the Maggie Shipstead, because it will be coming to you the 1st of June. A lot of information. This is the takeaway. Read Ross Gay. Here's Lindsay. Thanks.
Hi, y'all. My dog is the one that is wrestling in the corner. Sorry, Anne. So for today's releases, I'm going to do a rapid fire escapism round here. If you want to get away and you can't travel, I've got some books for you. Do you want to go to space? We've got a new Andy Weir book out today, Project Hail Mary. You'll recognize Andy Weir as the author of The Martian. This is another space saga. Want to go to ancient Rome? Awesome. We've got Jennifer Saint's debut, Ariadne. Want to go to another alternate universe? Something a little heavier, but well worth your while. We have Sorrowland by River Solomon. Perhaps you want to forget alternate universes, space, or ancient Greece, and you want to go to a motel filled with retirees and a woman escaping a murder plot. Guess what? We've got Mary Kay Andrews' latest speech read, The Newcomer. And if for whatever reason you want to go to Thomas Cromwell's England, Mirror in the Light by Hilary Mantel is out in paperback today. And we've got Elise.
Hello, we have got a week's worth of events here. Tonight, we have Stray. This is Stephanie Danler. Many of you have read this, which is wonderful. For those of you who haven't, you can now get it in paperback. So Stephanie Danler will be tonight, Facebook Live, 6 p.m. This is a beautiful memoir, a hard to read and wonderful read, worth reading memoir. Her family full of lies and addiction and finding a life beyond her past. It's exceptional, and we're excited because she's in conversation with Nashville's own and national author, Adam Ross, tonight, Facebook Live. Then we have Kate Doty. This is so much fun. She was an editor for New York Times, and this is Mergers and Acquisitions, or Everything I Know About Love I Learned from the Wedding Pages. It's great. And you get a memoir of behind the scenes New York Times wedding pages, which are filled with the good, the bad, and the extremely quirky and odd. It is great. And we're excited because she is in conversation with Nashville's own editor-in-chief of In Focus magazine, Nancy Floyd. Thursday, Anne talked about this. This is one of my favorite books of the year, Secrets of Happiness. This is such a beautiful book. It's told with 6 different voices, and it's about interconnectedness and families and surprising loyalties and love triangles and inner strength. It is just a beautiful book. It's a short read. I recommend this as highly as I can recommend anything. And you get to meet her Thursday night, Parnassus Facebook page at 6 o'clock. She's in conversation with Paul Yoon. It'll be fantastic. Then we have Bob Dylan. So this is Sean Latham. The book has been delayed. Sean Latham wrote a book, The World of Bob Dylan. And if you think you know everything about Bob Dylan, just think again. But it really talks about his innovation and world impact that he's made. It's wonderful. And he's going to be in conversation with a really good friend to Parnassus, author and music critic, Ann Powell. We love her. It's going to be a really wonderful conversation. You can go ahead and place your order online. You'll be the first to get it as soon as it hits the door. But wait, there's more. Monday, we have Julie Clark and The Last Flight. Again, we're celebrating Julie and her paperback release. So a lot of you might have read this already. If you haven't, you come and get the paperback. And this is a great story. This is 2 women alone and scared, and they make this one giant decision that changes the trajectory of their lives. It's great. And she will be in conversation with Megan Miranda. So here's the moral of the story. Just go on your computer, get on the Parnassus Facebook page, and don't leave for a week, because there's all of these amazing events. Everything has book plates or will have book plates, so I hope to see you there. And now I'll turn it over to Rayanne.
Hi everybody. It's a new month and we have a new Spark Book Club selection. The Adventure Is Now by Jess Redmond. This is about a boy who loves nothing better than playing video games. He's forced to go stay with his scientist uncle on the lone island for the summer. And he finds weird plants, the truth will out vine, and a new set of friends who discover a field guide that helps them solve the mystery to save the island. Also in middle grade by Gracie Kim, we have The Last Fallen Star, a new Rick Riordan Presents book. This is about a girl who unleashes her unexpected powers to save her sister and their community of witches. Also in middle grade, Finding Junie Kim by Ellen O. This is about a girl who interviews her grandparents for a school assignment and finds out about their life during the Korean War and how to fight racism in her own school. In Picture Book, a beautiful new book today called Wishes by Monty Vaughn, illustrated by Victo Nye. This is a book about a family who leaves their home to a new land. And if you had to leave everything behind and go to a new place, what would you wish for? Have You Ever Seen a Flower by Sean Harris? This is a beautiful picture book about a child interacting with a flower with all 5 senses. We also have signed book plates. In YA, Morgan Matson's Take Me Home Tonight. This is about 2 girls who escape the suburbs for one wild night in New York City. We'll have an event with Morgan next week. And one of my favorite YA authors, Stacey Lee, has a new YA historical out today, Luck of the Titanic. This is about Valora Luck, a circus performer who's stowaway on the Titanic looking for her twin brother and hoping that they will get a new gig as circus performers and a new life in America. Thanks for listening, and please shop local and at parnassusbooks.net.